Hi and welcome. Today's episode is about healing with your voice, healing through sound, allowing your own voice to be the medicine that you need. I'm going to give you a bit of backstory and context. Maybe, as a lot of you, I loved singing as a child and I was told to shut up many times, or I was just ignored. And with time, that became something that I didn't do anymore at all. I don't even know if it's 2 years or more than 2 years, I began to allow my voice to be expressed again. First, through speaking my truth more and more. And then, in very private little containers, I allowed my light language to come through. And then, song and singing and sounding just came through me without no thinking or previous preparation. And I remember that my first big public, how do I call it, expression was in 2024 when I received the message from God that this is the moment I need to offer a sound healing moment. It was a room full of people that I didn't know. It was a very public context, and my mind just blanked and then began to give me all types of stories like, you cannot do this, this is too much. I felt the fear in my body. And I was trying to avoid this and find another way. Maybe I can offer something else about femininity, feminine embodiment, feminine energy, like a typical workshop, a typical offering that you would see in spiritual events or in self-development events. But the message was so powerful and so clear. You need to do this now. Trust it. This is going to open another era and timeline for you. So with all that fear in my body, I went there publicly and opened my mouth without even knowing what it's going to come out, using some of my instruments, because I also like to play the crystal balls or the koshi bells or my drum. And I just was one with what poured through me, song and light language and deep activations and frequencies that after the event were kind of validated by the people in the room, by the women there, that some of them of course came and told me that is unbelievable, that is something that they never knew existed, they don't understand it but they deeply feel it in their bones, in their soul. They got really activated, having visions, crying, somatic experiences. And I was like, what? And that was the moment when I needed no validation anymore, the start of my freeing the voice, let's say, and using the voice as medicine for myself in my private space, and as well for other women in private containers, for all my clients, for all my group sessions, and also in different other modalities. So I even did an in-person workshop, I remember, about the voice and clearing the throat chakra, clearing contracts, clearing all that is blocking that expression, clearing old fears and patterns in past lives. And then I also have this incredible, like around 1 hour long, Speak Your Soul's Truth ceremony that is online and it is pre-recorded. So if you want it, you can reach out to me and I can send it to you. It is unbelievably potent on clearing the throat area, because this is not just out of the sudden I began to sing or out of the sudden I began to express myself. It was also stacking up the previous work that I have done with myself, of clearing the fears, the contracts, the loyalties, the patterns that were keeping me stuck. Because there's a lot of ways that we were persecuted and we even died in previous lifetimes because we used our voice, we used our truth, we even used the singing, and that was something that stayed within our body, within our somatic experience until now. For a lot of us women, this is something that has been closed down and chained, and it can manifest in so many different ways, from speaking up your truth and expressing yourself to singing to other ways as well. So today, because I spoke more about it in the recorded ceremony that I told you about before, just now, today I want to go into practical mode with you and just help you a little bit to connect with your voice. And I want to tell you that it might feel very awkward at the beginning. There might be shame coming up, or feeling like, or thoughts like, this is awkward, this is weird, I don't like it, I'm scared, I won't do it, you sound bad, you don't know how to sing. This is not about singing. This is about remembering that your voice is frequency and is medicine. As women, we all have this medicine within us. It is innate. This is part of what I call our innate wisdom. We all have a medicine woman inside of us. We all have, healing powers. And one of these powers is the voice. Just take, for example, the lullabies that mothers sing to their children. It's like magic. They don't need to have voice. They don't even need to know words. It's just heartfelt sounding, mumbling. Doesn't matter, that comes out. That's a frequency that connects them with their baby, that soothes their nervous system, that offers love and harmony and peace. That is a healing tool. And I remember, for example, when I was sick, a lot of times, what soothed me and helped me was my own voice. Even if I did just that, that helped me a lot. And I invite you to try that as well, of course. So for now, what I want to invite you to do to spark this medicine once again within your body, is just invite you for a few moments to breathe. Breathe through the nose as deeply as you can and exhale through the mouth. If you want, you can bring one hand on your heart. You can close your eyes or not, however you want. Allow yourself to come into presence, into the now moment. Allow yourself to rest here now in your breath. And this is the first step, allowing the exhale to come out with sound. If you never did this before, if this feels a bit awkward, trust me, play with it. Try it. You have nothing to lose. Begin to loosen your jaw. And allow the sounding to come out as it is. Like a sigh, for example. That's the first step and the first exercise and the first practice that I invite you to do. Doesn't matter how spiritual you are, how not spiritual you are, how many years you have behind you of practices. Just try this simple somatic practice exercise if you want. And do it as often as you can during your day. Instead of those controlled silent breaths, the ones that we're taught all the time to do, try this one that also releases and awakens in yourself the wild part of you, the wild woman in you, the raw woman in you, connects you to your primordial organic nature. It doesn't have to sound in any way. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be melodic. It doesn't have to be anything. Just allow that sigh, that sound to come naturally. And then taking this a bit further, I want you to connect with your body Calling back all my energy here and now, disconnecting from all inverted, distorted egregores, energies, contexts, and people, coming here now into presence, connecting with my body, noticing my body, noticing how your body feels, noticing the sensations, just being present with yourself for a couple of moments, continuing to breathe. Feeling the body, coming into the here and now, coming back into the breath every time your thoughts come, go, want to take you off. And allowing the body to now express herself through sound. If it helps, you can ask your body, what's the sound that you need to express right now? Or, you are safe. Now, I am with you and I want to hear your sound. You're safe to express yourself through sound, through voice. Anything that works for you, that's good. You don't have to say it like I say it. Do your own thing. And just allow it to come without thinking. You don't need to think to search for a sound to be perfect. Just allow the body, and I'll do this as an example here with you. That is the sound or the sounds that my body is now wanting to get out of it. And it doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be in any way. Okay? Every time you find yourself going into the head, analyzing and thinking it through, come back to your breath. And on the exhale, just allow the sound. It's not studied. It's not thought about. It's organic. It can be as simple as hush, 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 hush. Any type of sound is what you need now, what your body needs now, what you're prepared to now feel and let out and receive as medicine. Sometimes it can be joyful, sometimes it can be sadness, sometimes it can be grief, sometimes it can be rage. There are primordial rage sounds or grief sounds that sometimes the body needs to express. Anything is welcomed. This is the space in my world, is the space where anything is welcomed, where all parts of you are welcomed, where all of those sounds or emotions, all of that shame, all of those thoughts are welcomed, because there isn't a human expression that is wrong. You are not wrong. You don't have to be a certain way. You don't have to look a certain way, to sing a certain way, to sound a certain way. You just are, and your body just is, and that's organic. That's organic healing, an organic process. Sounding, and then that correlated with movement, is incredible healing for you, and then for others around you. And I'm inviting you to just play with it, to try it, to see how it works for you. And if you feel like when you're sounding, you also need to move in any organic, natural way, just move and try to not judge it. If you see thoughts coming, it doesn't look good, this is weird, stuff like that, just come back to the breath. It is weird because I've never done it before. It is awkward because I've never done it before. It's something new. I don't know how it is, but well, I want to try it. I'm open to experiment with it and see what happens for me. If your body feels like you need to sit like this in a long hug and then sound to feel safe, that might be what you need right now. And I'm very curious to find out how this was for you after you practiced it for a few days, for a week, maybe the first time, how this landed, how this resonates, how this is transforming you from inside out. I think that sound is frequency, is vibration, is actually moving and activating your cells, your physical cells. And it doesn't need to make sense. It doesn't need to be logical or rational. Light language or music is not rational, it just is. And this is the natural way, one of the ways, somatically, to bring so much healing, so much relief, so much harmony, so much decompression, so much beyond talking, experimenting and feeling, and beginning to trust yourself, trust your voice, trust your body, trust your expression, trust what happens now in this moment. I don't know why I need to move like this. I don't know why I need to sound like this. I don't know why this hand wants to do this, but I trust it. Because my body is intelligent. Because my soul is connected to my body, because the wisdom that is in my cells is ancient, because there's God in me, and I trust this sacredness that I hold. It doesn't have to look nice or to be logic or to make sense. I'd love to hear from you how this went for you, and reach out to me if you want one-on-one private work, or if you want to get the Speak Your Truth, Speak Your Soul's Truth ceremony that is now available for you. Find more in the description, of course.